folks. This is Michael DeSilvis from DeSilvis MEDIA, and we're going to be reading the community calendar. And we got some announcements today for May the 1st, 2014. And of course, that's what we're going to be reading here about. So, announcements. You know, we got a lot of those. Community news here. All right, let's look at it here as some reminders here. Remember, visitors must always park in the designated parking areas regardless of how long they are staying over when staying overnight. All right, it means all visitors that are overnight, you need to call the office prior to them staying overnight. So in case there is an emergency, you know, we know who's staying on the grounds. And by the way, it is a lease violation if you have visitors that are on the grounds without the office being notified prior to them staying over. Put all food and trash in bags before placing it into the dumpster areas that are designated on the grounds. All cigarettes do not belong on the ground. All right? Okay? So make sure you put your cigarettes out first and then carry the butts of your cigarettes and put them in the trash. Also, please be sure that they are totally out prior to putting them in the smoker's outpost. Remember, we have already had two of them catch on fire because of people not putting them out properly. All right, if your neighbor has items in front of their doorway, says please do not go to them. Please contact the office. The office manager on the property if you have a concern or question about something, and your neighbor is not home, just call the office, okay? All right, we want to say thanks to all those who came for the National Healthcare Decision Day. There was a wealth of information that was handed out to all the tenants that were here, and we may try to make this an annual event so everyone can help, keep and also be informed of the upcoming changes in healthcare and other, other information that will be at this event. We also would like for everyone to fill out the emergency sheet. With your the emergency sheet, that's the blue sheet that came in with your calendar newsletter packet that's attached, to this. And also put it on your refrigerator in case there is an emergency, okay? The emergency personnel will be able to then access all of your information in an easy, convenient format. It says, don't forget to sign up for the May 10th cookout. Says you can sign up in the laundry room or you simply by calling the office at 730-1284 to get your name added onto that list for that event. May 7th at 1 p.m., Gen Care will be here to do a chat and chew social event, and they will be providing snacks for this event. This is just for the community here, and answering questions that you may have regarding their services that they have to offer. And after this, they will provide a bus to take all those who are interested to visit their facility. It says, if you are interested, please contact the office at 730-1284 by the close of business day on May the 5th. Now remember, that's when your rent is due, okay? And so that they may know how many to prepare for in advancements for the refreshments and for the transportation. Okay, now look at May 13th at 2 p.m. There will be an ice cream social in the community room here that will be prepared by Humana. All right, they would like to, if you would like to be a participation in these activities, which will be held in the community, and will be sponsoring future events, please contact the office. If you know of others that might be interested in sponsoring events, please have them call our office, so that we can, talk to them. All right? So that's basically the newsletter there. That's this thing. And let me show you what that emergency thing looks like. It looks like this. it has all your name, your information on there, your phone number. You put your medications here. What the dosage is. See, down at the bottom you have the medications there, and then you put your doses there. And then, if you have any supplements down at the bottom, you want to simply list them down there, okay? All right. That's the blue sheet that they would like for you to put it on there. Now, that's not something that's mandatory. That's just voluntary. That's something that you can decide to do. They have a little insert in the bulletin here. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there's a little insert in here about the upcoming thing we just read about GenCare. It says, come take a tour of our facilities. And then they kind of list some of the highlights of what they offer there. Not all of them, but just some of the main ones. It says, learn all about our new GenCare facility and all that we have to offer visitors who live in the Mechanicsville area. It says, our services will include, it says, quality one-on-one time with doctors. It says, these are board-certified internists and specialists. It says, who are friendly, knowledgeable. They have friendly, knowledgeable staff there. They have on-site diagnostic testing and also on-site pharmacy there to get your medications if you need them, or supplements. Acupuncture. If you don't know what that is, that's where they put these little cups on your back and kind of pull the skin in there. Wait a minute, that's the wrong thing. That's another type. This is where they put pins in you at various points in your body, and they leave them in there for so long, and then they pull them out, and that's supposed to bring the blood to those areas. And it is a little painful, but it is great for pain. And then they also have courtesy transportation to those who qualify for it, and then they also have 24-hour commitment to your health, so you can call. They have a hotline and all that. And now, of course, it says this begins. All right, this is bringing better health care to our seniors. All right, now it says, please join us for an introduction to GenCare. They're the people that were out here on Healthcare Decision Day back on April 16th. Harbor Square is community room is where this will be held. It'll be on Wednesday, May the 7th, 2014. Time is 1 p.m. All right. It says chat and chew, the refreshments and questions, and then there'll be a tour if you're interested to go. It says for further information, please contact Harbor Square office at 730-1284. That's the phone number where they can be notified. Okay. All right, I'm moving on. We have another thing here for Humana, which will be doing that ice cream social that we were talking about. This is sponsored by Humana, even though it doesn't have Humana on there. It should have Humana on here, but this is from Humana because I've already read this, so I'm kind of new. But there's nothing on here that says Humana. It shows two seniors on there at the top. And says you are cordially invited to an ice cream social, which will be held on Monday. It says Mechanicsville Harbor Square, 7200 New Hunter Road, May the 13th at 2 p.m. It is sponsored by Craig Rassoon. All right, that's R.A. Rassoon. I guess it's Newson. I'm sorry, Raz Newson. I'm sorry, Craig, if I messed up your name. Raz, or is that Ray Newson? Maybe it's Ray Newson. Craig Ray Newson. He's the maintenance man. You know, one who goes, maintenance! Yeah, real nice guy. His number is 804, if you need to get a hold of him, 405-8497. And the times that he's there, Monday through Friday, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And also Humana Marketing Market Point representative Okay, and this is Humana Market Point. I guess they did have it here. It just was down at the bottom. I mean, I'm used to seeing Humana at the top of the flyer, where they have the picture. They usually put something like that, but I guess they did it that way. But it's all right. But this is sponsored by, I said the maintenance guy, but his name's Craig too. But this is another Craig. This is Craig Rassoon, and you can call him up if you want to go to that event, because he's the one that's going to be coming on that day. All right. Now let's move on to the calendar. That's right, the Harbor Square calendar events that are going on here, and we will talk about them. There are a list of numbers here for the maintenance and the office and all that good stuff, and I can read them for you. If you live here in Harbor Square community, this is your community team. Your community team is Nancy O'Donnell, who is the property manager. Customer care is 1-855-2200. That's 222-7348. And then in Craig, this is Olson. That now I said Massoon. No, Sassoon is the ice cream social, but this is the right one. I get a little laugh here. Craig Olson. Now he's the manager tech of Hanover. This is a non-emergency number if you want to contact him. He's the maintenance guy, and that's 365-6140. Now office hours are Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday, of course, they're closed. All right, contact directory. All right, main office, of course, 730-1284. Office fax is 730-9682. And of course, if you're calling outside the community and you see this online, then you can add an 804 in front of that number, okay, for the area code. Emergency contact number if the office is closed and you have an emergency that happens at your apartment. All right, that would be 804-730-1284. And you want to press option 3. And if you are hearing impaired, that's the TTY number is 711. Or you could just say 711. But don't think about their coffee, but. All right, let's read here. It says, May community activities. Yeah. It says, some men of the local community have agreed to organize and help host an event. It's a cookout that will be held on Saturday, May the 10th, 2014. It says this event will include a lunch starting around approximately 12:30 p.m. with games that will be offered all throughout the afternoon. Some of the games that will include whatever this is called whole ladder toss and etc. It says there will be a sign-up sheet that will be starting on May the 1st, which is today. That'll be located in your laundry room here on this facility, so that they can get some type of head count, that can be given, so there is enough food that will be there to serve the multitudes of people that show up. It says if you do not go to the laundry room, then please feel free to give the office a call if you live in the community of Harbor Square. This event is only offered to the people that live in the Harbor Square apartment complex. So I want to make that clear. This is not for New Hunter Church of Christ, and who will, so they can know how many people are coming and will be attending that event. It says a special Mother's Day message to all the lovely mothers that we have. We would like to send our gratitude and warm wishes to all the mothers who are living in our community here at Harbor Square. We want to say thank you for your nurturing love and care, all right, and also tireless efforts and selfless dedication and service in helping your children, and in raising them and all, and because you are what make the children of the men and women that we have, and you're very appreciative for that. Now we want to say this is a quite endless and a hard job at times, but also a very rewarding job. So this is quoted from an unknown author, and I'm going to read exactly what they have here. Nobody knows of the work that it makes to keep the home together. It says, and nobody knows of the steps it takes, and nobody knows but mother. And it says, thank you and happy Mother's Day. All right, and then it says right here, it says, honoring our fallen soldiers, who have given our lives. Remember, Memorial Day is always observed on the very last week of May, which is always on a Monday. And this year, this happens to fall on the 26th of May. So please take note of that date and take the time to give the recognition and gratitude to our military men and women who serve and who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our freedoms. That's what it's about. To help show your support, to support our troops all throughout the year, there are many great organizations that are out there, like, for instance, the Wounded Warrior Project. I'm sure you have heard of that. Looking for volunteers, also donations, in helping. However, you can help also if you feel moved to do so. You can contact the organizations and they love it. Now there'll be now let's talk about some information about the gluten-free diet. All right. You may notice that many new products that are being advertised today, they're gluten-free. Now, over recent years, more and more people have been learning that they have a sensitivity to a protein composite that is known as gluten. Now, it's not gluten, it's gluten. It's Gluten. So don't be thinking it's glutton, it's gluten. All right, so those people either have a wheat sensitivity or allergy reaction, or they suffer from what is called celiac disease or celiac disease, Calcic's disease, and must avoid gluten products so they don't have a reaction and they don't get sick. Gluten is actually found in many different food products that are processed from wheat and other grains. It is also added to other foods such as soy sauce, I hope I said it, beer, ice cream, and ketchup as a stabilizing agent. It says, and if you think that you may have a sensitivity to this protein, gluten, speak to your doctor about it so that you can, so that you can basically get the help that you need, so you can, be able to get the treatment that you need. All right. Now let's look at the calendar. On the inside, when we turn it over, we look at the left. It says trivia quiz, and it talks about famous mothers. People that are like in history. Like question 1 is the mother of Oscar-winning actress, which is I'm going to say Gwyneth. I can't say that. Just bear with me. Paltrow is also an actress. Who is she? All right, and that's just one of the questions there. And this is also a famous painting that is entitled Aged in Black and Gray. And it says the artist's mother is more commonly known by what title, and you're supposed to think of what the question is and so on. All right, and then we go down here to where it talks about in May history. In 1855, this was known as the first U.S. women's hospital that opened in New York City. Now let's go to 1915. Babe Ruth of the Boston Red Sox hit his first major league home run. That's right. In a game against the New York Yankees in New York City. All right, let's go to 1907. American actress who was Catherine Helpborn was born in was at Hartford, Connecticut. I don't even know who she is. At least not right now. 1974, India. That's India. India. That's it. Successfully. Dedicated its first nuclear weapon, making media the world's sixth nuclear power. All right, 1999. It's not too far down the road from, it's not too far away. It's only about like, it's only like, that's less than 16 years ago. All right, it says the Dow Jones overage climbed over 11,000 feet. All right, for the very first time. So there you have it. And then we got a book, and we got something here. Now, this is Stan Robinson's most anticipated. All right, this is a look at my most anticipated for May 2014. It says The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Says this adventure continues with director Mark Webb, and of course it's returning at the helm at Peters Market. Andrew Garfield runs the gauntlet as the mysterious company Escort sends up a slew of supervillains that are against him, impacting on his very life, and starring Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone, okay, and Jamie Foxx, and of course Dan DeHeem, okay, I hope I said that, and Capel Scott, I'm sure I'll get corrected later, and Ambeth Davis, and of course Com Finor, and Paul Garmetti, and Sally Field, and Martin Sheen, and a combo. It's a combo by the creator, Stan Lee. It's PG-13. It's 142 minutes long in length. So that's something that might be something you might want to look at. And to the right inside in the packet is a crossword puzzle. Now, we're not going to do the crossword puzzle for you, so you're going to have to look at it. The calendar, oh, in the month of May, the calendar, all in the month of May. All right, so let's look at some of the dates here, what's going on. We'll probably repeat some of the stuff, but we'll also tell you some new stuff, too. As we look to May, starting on May the 4th, New Hunter Church will be meeting at
12 hours.
11 a.m.
Exactly.
That's at 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. 11 to 12, p.m., that's right. And then, of course, on Monday, we have Rent is Due by Close of Business Day. It's at 5 p.m. And also 2 p.m. is also Bingo Day. Nothing for until we get to the 9th of May, which is Pest Control Day. Buildings 2, 3, 4, and 5, and also the community room will be sprayed. Then we jump to May the 10th, which is the community cookout, starting at 12:30 to 4 p.m. And games will be provided there. And then we go to next Sunday, which happens to be Mother's Day, and that's, make sure you remember that. And that is also New Hunter Church of Christ meets at 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Monday's blank. Tuesday, 2 p.m. ice cream social in the community room. And then also Dance Like a Chicken Day, whatever that is. And then we go to May the 16th, which happens to be at 3 p.m. game time, and then also Wear Purple for Peace Day. Okay, and then May 17 is community room is booked for some type of meeting, I guess. Somebody's renting it out. May 18th happens to be my birthday. You don't need to get me anything. But church will meet. New Hunter Church of Christ will be meeting at 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. And then, of course, Monday, 2 o'clock, bingo! And then, of course, Tuesday will be will be known as Millionaire Day. And then, of course, nothing's there all the way till we get to Sunday, which happens to be New Hunter Church of Christ meets at 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. on in my apartment, 423, Michael DeSilvis of Building 4. All right, Emergency Medical Service Week. It starts on that day. And, of course, then we have Memorial Day on the 26th, like we told you about, and the information we were talking about. The office will be closed in observance of that holiday. Emergency maintenance. Make sure if you have a problem, to call the maintenance line and follow the maintenance protocol there. And then that's it for the month of May. In the month of May, that's it, that's all we have here to say. It's the Harbor Square newsletter for the month of May. And I hope you enjoyed it. And of course, this is a courtesy by DeSilvis MEDIA for all those who are sight impaired and may have trouble reading. And that's why we provide the service for the community. This is community access for May the 1st, 2014, to inform you of what is coming up in your community at Harbor Square Apartments in Mechanicsville, Virginia. Have a good day. Love ya. And stay tuned. We'll do another one of these again in June.